recording na? Okay. So for our physical accomplishment this semester, we were able to accomplish almost all of our targets. All in all, the center was able to train a total of 1,296 individuals under the livestock program, the organic program, and the regular fan. Under the livestock program, production and post-production trainings were conducted, TOT and maintenance of techno-demo farms. Sa organic agriculture naman, a learning site was established and training for AEWs were also conducted. Sa regular fund, we had 7 trainings for that. So natutuwa kami kasi na-accomplish namin yung target namin and we were able to satisfy the needs of our clients.
One of our most significant partnerships is with Taiwan, and the specialists from the Taiwan Livestock Research Institute, they came here last February to conduct the seminar on boar trait evaluation for pork ultimation para ma-share ang kanilang practices pagdating sa livestock para hindi tayo naiiwan.
Speaking of Taiwan, nagkaroon tayo ng collaboration with them through Memorandum of Agreement and Memorandum of Understanding, which strengthens our human resources, provide avenues for research and extension development, and other mutual cooperations.
And of course, meron tayong yung partnership with the Philippine Swine Industry Research and Development Foundation, yung sa pag-conduct sa ATI-ITCPH ng boar performance testing para sa kanilang boar auction.
Preparing ourselves naman for the ISO certification, ITCPH had its ISO management review last April, and in relation to that, we assigned a workplace organizational team or yung tinatawag natin na WOT to monitor our compliance with the 5S standards within the center.
At isa sa pinaka-highlights ng ITCPH ay yung seminar workshop for gender and development at pagsuporta natin sa climate change. Tinawag siyang Women in the Green Economy, kung saan pinaniniwalaan na women can offer a tremendous leadership to reduce the impact of climate change. Pagdating naman sa facilities, we had the amphitheater constructed. Nirenovate din natin yung ating AVR, library, and e-lounge, and now we call it the LiveKnow or the Livestock Knowledge Center.
Alright, so since we would like to utilize our new media technologies, nagkaroon tayo ng radio guesting with the 95.1 Kiss FM na kung saan we promoted the center's activities and best practices kasi nga ATI-ITCPH always goes for connection. And speaking of connections and promotions, we just inked the Memorandum of Agreement for the establishment of the very first e-community sa SOS Children's Village International kasi we would like to make them, to give them access to our online courses and other ATI e-learning courses.
Another trend na pumapasok is yung ating farm tourism. Nag-start na kami sa establishment ng Station 1 ng ating Green Farm, which is yung ating orientation site and yung tree house na magsisilbing viewing deck for other katabing stations na ide-develop. Part of this also is an ethnovet garden, which will showcase the propagation of different plants that can be used for ethnovet practices. Bale, all in all, there are 7 stations and we are excited for the susunod pang mga establishments.
Of course, hindi naman makukumpleto yung report natin without our innovations, no? So una, we opted for printer outsourcing to lessen our printing costs and also to best facilitate the production of our print materials. No? So that paved the way for another innovation of the Information Services section, which is the production of our ATI-ITCPH notebook, which we give to our training participants. Aside from that, we were able to print the employee handbook, which we distributed to our employees. So speaking of production, we've also begun producing videos which we've branded as our knowledge products, such as heat detection and pregnancy diagnosis. So also our impressions are pre-recorded already, so our training participants could be able to watch it during closing ceremony or graduation. And lastly, we are able to maximize or utilize the use of Google Docs. So aside from online evaluation, we are also using it for online registration, of course for double purpose, for our directory and also for our database.
Ang Hope Organic Garden ay isa sa ating mga learning sites which showcases new technologies and best practices on how to raise animals and promote organic farming. The center provides various assistances for the achievement of Pastor Vic's dream of having a well-developed learning site. And here is the clip.
Pastor, ano yung ating mga projects na assisted by ITCPH?
Yun, merong native pig and then integration of high-value crops. Mainly yung aming high-value vegetables ay yung romaine lettuce, yung pak choy, asparagus, and then broccoli.
Innovations and best practices na ina-apply niyo po dito sa ating
Yeah, very good. Yung lactic acid bacteria serum. At mula noon, pinapractice na namin and it's so useful.
Sobrang galing kasi sabi mo lagi kay Doc Ruth, ang laking naitulong nyo sa amin, personally din. Kasi na-realize yung aming pinagpipray, yung greenhouse, and then sa halip na paiwi yung baboy namin from you, is grant, bigay, ano? Siyempre, hindi lang kami yung nagbe-benefit, siyempre. Pati yung mga nandoon sa outreach area namin, ay yun ang parang extension service namin, no? So, maraming salamat sa inyo, Doc Ruth, Mama Ami, and the rest of the ITCPH family.
And that was our mid-year report. We are very excited for the next semester. And gaya nga ng laging sinasabi ni Dr. Ruth Miklatsunako, we have to remain inspired with what ATI-ITCPH has done for 31 years.
Cut!
Okay na? Okay na? Cut na! Cut na! Tara na! Let's go! Pack up na! Ang dami ko pang gagawin. Gagawa pa ako ng IPCR, ng TOACR. Gabi na ngayon. Nabot tayo ng gabi. Let's go! Ayoko na!